how's it Japan? As your local friend, tour guys, in this video, I will share some scams that you should be aware of and how to avoid them. Japan is an amazing country, but with a record number of tourists flooding in during 2024 and the yen being weaker than ever, scams are becoming more common. Unfortunately, the huge surge in visitors this year has made unsuspecting travelers easy targets. I just want you to have an amazing trip in Japan. Please make sure to watch this video to the end, okay? This video is gonna be really helpful. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. How's it Japan? How's it Japan? Let's go! First scam is overpriced. Now I'm in Tsukiji market because I see many tourist traps, like scams in this area especially. Not all, but some shops charge higher, like insanely higher price. As far as I know, the main places where prices are often higher are Tsukiji, Shinjuku, Omoide-yokocho and Golden-gai, and the main street of Asakusa. This time, I will focus on the overpriced spots in Tsukiji. The first to watch out for are Wagyu beef and seafood bowls. Wagyu is definitely delicious, no doubt about that. But just look at these prices. It's clearly too much. There is a place off the main streets that we often take our guests to where you can enjoy Wagyu at a reasonable price and it's super tasty. Next is seafood bowls. It depends on the bowl, but a good price is usually between 1,500 yen and 2,000 yen. Even 3,000 yen is fine. However, there are many places charging 4,000 or 5,000 yen for a regular bowl, which is way too much. Be careful. Japanese people generally know the average prices, so they don't fall for these kinds of traps. If you really want to visit the best spots in Tsukiji, check out our website and hire us. From what I've seen, some places in Omoide-yokocho and Golden-gai also have crazy prices for drinks and food. There are still reasonable prices, but be cautious so you don't get caught in a trap. As for the main street in Asakusa, prices are particularly high there too. If you step off the main road, you will find cheaper and more authentic items. Try to avoid shopping on the main street. I'm in Kabukicho, Shinjuku. This is the most common scam in Tokyo. Many of our customers and many tourists got scammed around this area. So you need to be careful of scams in Shinjuku. I'm gonna show you what kind of scams are going on and how to avoid it. And don't worry, nobody stab you, nobody attack you, nobody punch you. You'll be fine. But at some places, you need to be careful. Okay, let's check it out. Let's go. Let's start with one of the most common scams that tourists encounter. Scams at bars. Particularly in areas like Shinjuku, Kabukicho, Roppongi, Kinshicho, and Ikebukuro. This is a real story from our customers. You are exploring the vibrant nightlife of Tokyo when a friendly local approaches you. They speak fluent English and seem genuinely interested in showing you a good time. They suggest a bar nearby, promising great drinks at reasonable prices. Everything seems perfect and you follow them to the establishment. Once inside, you order a few drinks, enjoy the atmosphere, and everything feels normal until the bill arrives. Suddenly, you are starting at a bill that's way higher than expected, sometimes filled with charges you don't recognize. The menu was in Japanese, the prices weren't clear, and now you are faced with a high charge. You are probably a bit tipsy, making it even harder to argue or understand what's happening. The staff might become aggressive if you question the bill, and you are pressured into paying just to avoid a scene. Otooshi cover charges. Just know that in general, most bars, izakayas in Japan, especially in the major cities, charge a small fee called otooshi. These fees are similar to cover charges. Otooshi usually come in at the very beginning of your meal in the form of appetizers. You never order it, but it's an obligatory fee that would cost you at least 300 to 1,000 yen per person, depending on the izakaya. This is very common to pay otooshi in Japan, but sometimes they charge higher otooshi, like 2,000 yen and 3,000 yen. That's insane. How to avoid bar scams? Research. Before head out, check reviews on Google, TripAdvisor. Avoid bars in areas known for scams. Avoid touts. If someone approaches you on the street with offers too good to be true, politely decline. Ask questions. Before you sit down, ask if there are any cover charges, oto or shi, or additional fees. If communication is difficult, it's safer to leave. Bring a local. If possible, go out with Japanese friends or a local guide who knows the area and can help navigate potential issues. Like us out in Japan. We are your local friends. Not only do we help you hit all the main attractions efficiently, but we also take you to hidden spots only the locals know about. If you want a safe and authentic local experience, check out our website or follow us on Instagram. Next up is taxi scams. There's a scam taxis here in Japan nowadays. Let's go. Taxis in Japan are usually safe, but there's been a rise in unlicensed taxis, also known as white taxis or shirotaku. These illegal taxis have become a serious concern, especially for foreign tourists. Unlike licensed taxis, which have green license plates with white letters, these unlicensed vehicles use regular white plates with green letters. Recently, there have been more reports of these white taxis swarming popular areas like airports and tourist spots in Tokyo. For example, at Haneda Airport, police have been cracking down on these illegal operators. In one case, officers noticed a white plate van dropping off a family at the terminal. When they approached the driver, the car sped away, but the police are determined to track down the vehicle. The problem is that many foreign visitors used to ride-sharing services like Uber in their own countries might not realize that these white taxis are illegal in Japan. Some tourists have ever been overcharged or put in unsafe situations. In one case, a driver charged Chinese tourists about 35,500 yen for a one-day charter, significantly more than the normal rate. With tourism spending in Japan reaching a record of 5.3 trillion yen in 2023, the rise of these illegal taxis is a major concern. They not only hurt the legitimate taxi industry but also pose safety risks to passengers. To combat this, Japan is cracking down on unlicensed operators and urging travel sites like Booking.com to remove listing for these illegal taxis. Starting in April, Japan will allow ride-sharing services in certain areas with a shortage of vehicles, but only through licensed taxi companies. These authorized vehicles will be clearly marked to help visitors identify them. Here is how to avoid this scam. Use trusted apps. Always use apps like Go or Uber, which only work with licensed taxis in Japan. Check the plates. Before getting in, check the license plate. It should be green with white letters, indicating it's a licensed taxi. By following these tips, you can ensure your safety and avoid becoming a victim of these scams during your trip to Japan. The fake monk scam is becoming more common, especially in popular spots like Ueno and Asakusa. Here's a real story that I heard from a customer. You might be walking around a temple or shrine when a guy dressed as a monk comes up to you. He is friendly, smiling, and gives you a little gift, maybe a bracelet, coin, or some beads. It seems like a nice gesture at first, but then he asked for a donation, sometimes suggesting as much as 10,000 or 20,000 yen. They might even show you a book with fake donations from other tourists to make you feel pressured. Once you give them money, they disappear, leaving you with a cheap trinket and an empty wallet. How to avoid this scam? Don't take free stuff. If a stranger offers you something, just politely say no. Say no to donations. Real monks in Japan don't usually ask for donations like this, especially in tourist areas. A simple no thanks and walking away is enough. Be alert. If you are in a busy tourist spot, watch out for these scams and avoid engaging with people offering things out of the blue. By the way, would you like to witness an incredibly local and powerful temple ceremony? In Tokyo, you can watch a traditional ritual at a local temple for free, and we know just a spot. Don't worry, this isn't a scam. If you hire us, we will take you there. We specialize in showing the hidden local side of Tokyo. Be sure to check out our website or Instagram. Okay, next up is shopping scams. I will explain what shopping scam is in Japan. Let's go. Japan is famous for its fashion and cool shopping spots, especially in places like Harajuku Takeshita Street and Ueno Ameya-yokocho. But not everything is what it seems. Some stores sell fake clothes, shoes, and accessories for way more than they are worth. These shops might pressure you into buying stuff you don't really want, and once you have paid, getting a refund can be tough. For example, you might come across a limited edition item that seems like a steal, only to find out later it's a cheap fake. The price might be high, but the quality definitely doesn't match. This is especially true in places like Ueno Ameyoko Market, where you can find many knockoff brands being sold at prices that are still too high for what they are. Be cautious, as this area is known for selling counterfeit items including clothing, bags, and accessories. How to avoid? Know the market. Get familiar with average prices for what you are looking for so you can spot a scam. Watch out in specific areas. Be especially careful when walking through Harajuku Takeshita Street or Ameya-yokocho in Ueno. Ameyoko is known for having a lot of fake items, so it's a good idea to double check what you are buying. Avoid pushy sellers. If a seller is too pushy, that's usually a bad sign. Just walk away and find a better place. Charity scams. Charity scams prey on your goodwill. You might be walking down a busy street when someone approaches you, claiming to represent a charity. They will show you a clipboard with a list of names and donations, sometimes in large amounts, and ask you to contribute. The pressure to donation can be intense, especially when they suggest that others have given generous sums. However, the truth is that your money is unlikely to go to any real charity. These scammers often work in tourist-heavy areas and target foreigners who may feel more inclined to help out while traveling. If you are a woman and coming to Japan, you should be aware of sexual harassment on the train. Unfortunately, not all dangers in Japan involve money. Some tourists, especially women, might face uncomfortable or unusual situations on trains. During rush hours, trains can be very crowded, and this can lead to cases of inappropriate touching or harassment. It's important to be aware of your surroundings, especially in crowded areas. Japan has introduced women-only cards during certain hours of the day, usually during the morning and evening rush hours. These cards are meant to provide a safe space for women to avoid any unwanted attention or harassment. If you are a woman traveling alone or feel uncomfortable, you can look for these cards. They are usually marked with pink signs on the platform or on the train itself. And if you are a man, be careful not to accidentally get on those women-only cards. I have ended up on them several times and had some very awkward experiences. Please be mindful so you don't have the same trouble. Romance scams involve individuals pretending to be romantically interested in you to gain your trust and eventually scam you out of money. These scams can occur both online and in person. The scammer may take weeks or even months to build a relationship with you, only to eventually ask for money. In Japan, this might involve someone you meet online before your trip. They might take you to rip-off bars in Roppongi or Shinjuku and charge you excessively. We don't do that. We are your local friends, okay? But be careful of such people, especially those you meet online. Well done, thank you for watching this video, nice! You won't get scammed here in Japan anymore, okay? If you are still worried about the scams here in Japan, please hire us, your local friend, okay? We surely make your trip here in Japan more memorable, more fun. Okay, please visit our website. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video. Bye. How's it, Japan?